Yo, I don't I don't know if anybody is gonna be in here. What's up, y'all? Oh, what a time to be alive right now, boy. Hope y'all are well. I know we didn't plan the stream at all. We didn't plan the stream at all, people. But we're here. I hope y'all are doing all right, man. Cause I'm gonna be honest. This mess we going through right now, that's crazy. What's up, y'all? I have no plan for this live stream. I'm telling y'all right now. No plan whatsoever. I'm just at home chilling. It's Sunday, and I was like, you know what? I kind of need to work today, but you know what? Kind of not on that. So I was sitting here playing Arc Raiders, which is anybody in the chat playing Arc Raiders? If you are, let me know. And also, let me know, is my voice too loud? I don't even know if it's music playing right now. Anyways, totally wasn't planning this stream. I just hooked up the camera and turned on ECAMM. So if you here, thanks for stopping through. Right now, I'm in the middle of a political text chat with Kofi, which I just saw Kofi's in here, and Cam. And this chat is wild. This chat is wild, y'all. But let me know where you from. Let me know where you from. And I think we just gonna use this stream today just to chill and say what you want. Ask me what you want. And I'm gonna try to answer if there's any questions. I don't want to assume that there's gonna be questions. But I'm gonna try to answer them. So if you in here, I turned the music off. So I'm gonna put these comments up on the screen, actually. Let me know where y'all from. What's up? What's up, Terrell? Where y'all from? Especially with what's going on in the world. I want to know where everybody in here is from. So let me know. And I just made a latte. So where you from? And how you feeling? Let me know. I'll start it off. I'm in Cleveland. I don't know if all of y'all know that or not. But yeah, I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. And how do I feel today? I feel very uneasy today, if I'm honest. Very uneasy. I'm not gonna get into some of the reasons. Because we ain't trying to get demonetized, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let me know where you from. Let me know where you from. Don't just be in here staring at me. Tell me where you from. How you feeling today? Holy shit. Alive for real. Mr. Warfield laying it down. What's up, man? I've been trying to be more consistent. Well, I was trying to be more consistent with being live, and I was doing good. And then I ended up moving apartments, which this is the new apartment. Similar look to the last one, but I changed up the scheme a little bit. And then I got real sick, and then I just been slammed with like work. Okay, slammed with work. So definitely about to try to get back to these weekly live streams. We was trying to do them on Wednesdays. Call it Wild Wednesdays. But I don't know. We'll see. But I hope you're doing all right, man. Mindful Grinds. Where you from, brah? You'll tell me anything. Shut up, Kofi. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I would tell y'all whatever you want to know as long as it doesn't infringe on anybody's safety. I can't talk about camera gear that's not released yet. I can't break any NDAs. And I really don't want to talk about the WAR because people are obviously supercharged, and I think everybody's justified to feel how they want to feel. Honestly, none of us know the truth anyways. One thing I will say in regards to it is innocent people never deserve to be casualties of anything. That's what I will say. So no matter what your position is, no matter what, if you're a lefty, a righty, a red, or a blue, or purple, brown, whatever the hell you is, one thing I know for sure is innocent people should never be casualties. That's what I'm saying. So I think we can all stand together on that one. Anyways, yeah, I'll tell. I've been a full-time creator for 3 years now. I'm a father. I'm a stepfather. I'm a fitness buff. You know what I'm saying? And this YouTube channel has been changing a lot lately. And I also know a whole lot about negotiating brand deals and dealing with companies and all of that. So ask whatever you want to, and I'll try to answer it if it's appropriate. So don't be like Kofi. Yo, Andrew, what up? Where you from, Andrew? Terry Big Dog watching from Kenya. Kenya in the house. That's what's up. What time is it over there in Kenya? I think Kofi just got back from there. That's wild. Anyways, what time is it there? And shout out to you for watching all the way from freaking Kenya. That's what's up. No music, loud and clear. Yeah, I had turned the music off for this stream. I could put a little bit of music into it if y'all want it, but as long as the voice is clear. My first expedition departs at 13. I'm grinding to get to 1.2 million more coins. Didn't know you liked Arc Raiders. Listen, bro. I've been getting whooped up. I played some this morning. I was playing yesterday. And I'm like a level 30. So, I mean, I done put some time in, bro. But, man, them Arc be whooping on me. And I've been trying to, like, build out my stash, trying to get that all the way up. But you know the grind in Arc Raiders, man. Honestly, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if Arc Raiders is some type of social experiment. It really is. It's the first video game that, like, if y'all never, I mean, I don't know if y'all play video games or not, but Arc Raiders, bro, it's like a game that, oh, let me adjust that. What are you doing, my guy? Yeah, it's like a game where you have to make a moral decision on if you want to eliminate other friendly people every game. And you steal from them and they steal from you. And it's a game that plays on the morals of life, but it's an extraction game. And it's so much fun. There's no game like it. But yeah, Andrew, man, hit me up. Maybe we can run together. And don't forget to let me know where y'all in here from, man. Can we get a fitness influencer Terry Arc? Listen here, man. Kofi, we done talked about this before, bro. All right, there's two problems with trying to be a fitness influencer in today's world. Hey, I used to be real big into posting like fitness videos and stuff like that. But especially now with everybody and their mama trying to be like a fitness influencer, it is hard, bro. It's hard. And when I made the videos, it was like nobody pulled up. Nobody liked the videos. And the harsh reality is, as a male fitness influencer, you know, I know a lot of y'all might see me like, oh, man, Terry, swole this, swole that. When I stand next to somebody who been on roids for the last 15 years, I can't hold a candle to them. So back when I was doing fitness, it was like for you to stand out. And I was around a bunch of guys at that time who, just by proxy of who my best friend is, Bounty Tank, I was always around him, and he was sponsored by CT Fletcher and Mike Rashid and Big Rob and all of them, right? So by proxy of being with him all the time, I was always with him, and I used to film for him before I quit, you know, filming for people. And man, I don't know. For me, I ain't gonna say like it didn't work out or it wasn't for me. I think the problem is I wasn't working as hard as I told everybody I was. I think a lot of us do that now. We be on the internet like, oh man, I'm grinding so hard, grinding 24/7. But in retrospect, I could have went way harder in fitness, but I just wasn't willing to. I wasn't willing to get on steroids and all that. And again, to compete, when it comes purely to like fitness and physique, you got to be on steroids. Now, that's not to say that there haven't been guys who found like an angle to use, which I'm seeing that more and more, like guys finding ways to stand out without being like hyper shredded and all that stuff. So again, I'm not blaming the fitness industry. I'm blaming Terry, because Terry probably didn't go hard enough. Terry definitely could try some different things. And all the videos I was making was just like these dark, pain-driven videos, and everybody don't resonate with that. And I'm not there. I'm not in that place no more. So I don't know, man. If I start making fitness videos, I drop them here and there on Instagram. And, you know, sometimes I get comments like you should post more fitness content, and then I do it, and then don't nobody pull up. Here's the other side of it, bro. When I was doing fitness content, I'm about to be real transparent with y'all. Somebody probably gonna clip this and put this on the internet. Probably somebody who don't like me, but you know, when I was doing fitness, man, I was married. I'm about to be mad transparent with y'all. When I was doing fitness, I was married. And you know, as a fitness influencer, you know, you think, oh, I need to show off my physique. I need to be on here with my shirt off, X, Y, and Z. And while some of that's true, I realized after I got out of it that, you know, I used to tell my ex, like, yo, I'm only posting X, Y, and Z because I'm trying to motivate people, right? And there was some truth to it. But then I look back at some of the stuff I was posting. Example, I'll never forget. It was one day I was on the phone with my dude, Devin and CJ, and it was a day I had just left the gym. It was leg day, and based off of these numbers, it don't look like people are interested in live streams right now, at least not mine. Whatever, but I remember it was a day after I had hit legs, and I was outside cutting the grass on the front lawn. This is the cringiest crap I ever did, and then it was some meme where Thanos had said something like about resting. After you do all this work, you rest. So I'm on the lawn with my shirt off because it was like 90 degrees outside, and I'm cutting the grass, and I got my camera out, and I didn't have a shirt on. Didn't have a shirt on, and it was post leg day, so I had on some small shorts. You know, y'all know the leg day shorts, and I posted that, and then I'm on the phone with Devin and CJ, and CJ like, yo, bro, what the hell, like. You ain't no different than these females, like these baddies on. I'm like, you think that? And then it made me think about it, like, what is the reason that I'm posting that? Is it because you really want to inspire somebody or motivate somebody, or, buddy, are you really looking for attention that you shouldn't be seeking? So because of that, now I'm like very, very mindful of the things I post, because even though I'm not with anybody right now, I still don't want to, you know, I'm so sick of the fitness industry, bro. I am sick of it. I am sick of how like perverted the fitness industry is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You get on like Instagram or TikTok, and all you see is half naked fitness girls, and you know, it cracks so far up they butt crack you can see their intestines. And I don't want, and I look at that in pure disgust now. Like, y'all don't got no class. Like, that's all you have to offer. So, I just kind of got away from it. I don't know. Maybe I will. If enough people ask for it, maybe I will. Germany in the house. What's up? What's up, Leo? Hey, it's been a while since I've seen you around. By the way, I was born in Germany. I know I've told you that before. I actually got to go to Germany on the way to Malta. It was we had to stop in Munich. Is that how you say it? Munich? And that was the first time I have been back in Germany since I was born. I wish I could have stayed there longer. You know what was mad weird about Germany that I didn't know? Everything is about pretzels and mustard there. So like when you go, like, all right, in America, you go in the airports and it's like Starbucks, right? And they have like pastries and all that everywhere with like raisins and sweet pastries. When you go to Germany, like the coffee shops all serve pretzels. And I was like, bro, I can't get a cinnamon bun nowhere. And it was like every single shop in the airport, but I didn't get a chance to stay in Germany. It was only like a 3-hour layover. Big super chat in the house. Thank you so much. Mindful Grinds. Let's work to end wars by amplifying real people in real life. Yeah, man. I didn't want to talk about this because, let me be real. I try not to speak on things I know I'm not intelligent about, right? And what I'm understanding is we be thinking that we be knowing what's going on. But the reality is when it comes to like, I don't want to say so. I didn't even monetize the stream anyways. But everybody has a stance in this war right now. Everybody's picked a side. Everybody's either for it, against it. There's, you either think Trump's an idiot or you support him. And the people that have drawn the line and picked the side, they're willing to do whatever to defend that side. I mean, up until like violence, you know what I'm saying? So the reason I haven't been very vocal about it is because I don't know enough about it to speak intelligently. The last thing I want to do is get on the internet sounding like I know what I'm talking about when I'm completely wrong. And this ain't no small stuff. Like, these are lives at stake. You know what I'm saying? And the outcome of entire countries. So I don't want to get on here as, I feel like we do have a responsibility as influencers with these platforms we have, but I don't want to get on here and spew a bunch of nonsense when I don't know what I'm talking about. So that's the first thing. But second thing is, like, everybody think that they know everything. And the reality is, and this is my opinion, we know what propaganda is. And I think sometimes living in the United States, we think that, it can only be the other countries that are pushing false propaganda. Well, I disagree with that. So just like you got other countries who push political narratives that might not be truthful, I think the United States also does the same thing. So with that being said, I feel like every country involved in this conflict, no matter what their capacity is, everybody's trying to cover up something and protect and hide their own political interest. Now, I don't know how deep that goes with any of these countries. So again, that's the most that I say about it. But if you ask me, I don't trust nothing. I don't trust nothing. One thing I do know is innocent people don't deserve to die. That's one thing I do know. No matter what your political stance is or religious stance, like, innocent people who have nothing to do. I don't care if you hate the country of the United States or you hate the country of Iran. You hate the policies, the governments and all of that stuff. You don't hate the people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that the innocent people who have nothing to do with this should never be casualties of war. And I know that that's part of war. That's part of war, right? I don't buy that either. But innocent people don't deserve to lose their lives. So the stance I'm taking on it is no, I don't like to see it. You turn on the TV and, obviously I'm in America. So all we see is pro-America and America's doing the right thing and America's this, America's that. And I'm not saying that that's not true. However, we're not on the opposing side to know all the opposing truths also. So at this point, I don't believe nobody. I think everybody that's involved is out to protect something. And there's smoke and mirrors all over the place. And for every truth over here, there's a lie over there. And every lie over there, there's a truth over here. And it's like a ping pong match back and forth. One thing I do know is I don't want to see innocent people lose their lives. And that includes soldiers. Now, I talked about this yesterday on Instagram. There was a dude who had, see, I'm going somewhere I wasn't supposed to be going. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. I really appreciate it. I'm going somewhere I wasn't supposed to be going. But there was a dude, and there was an American in, I think, Israel or something like that. He uploaded a video from whatever, I don't know if he was in an apartment or a hotel, and the video was showing some type of arms flying by, right? So this guy made this video. He was an ex-Navy something. I don't know what he did or if he was special forces or what. But the dude said there needs to be more of that over there in America. And everybody who voted for said person, their families deserve for them to die. And I'm like, that is the wildest stuff I've ever heard. It's one thing for you to say, yo, okay, you voted for him. This is the outcome. Hope you proud of your vote. Like, if that's your stance, that's your stance. And who am I to argue with you? But to say, because you voted a certain way, that your related service member who's over there boots on ground, you know, some of these people that are boots on ground, they didn't want conflict. A lot of people that join the military, no matter what military you're in, they do it because there's benefits involved. I know tons of people that have joined the military, not because they were some bloodthirsty pricks who wanted to go shoot somebody. No, there was a benefits package. There's income. There's all of that stuff that comes along with it. And then unfortunately, you know, when you sign on that line and you consent to, like, okay, I know I might be deployed, most of them who are signing that hope to never be deployed, right? Like, again, I got tons of friends in the military. Of course, you got some of them who like, oh yeah, I can't wait to go to war. But most people who join I'm not special forces, armed forces around the world are doing it because they really want to protect their country, which there's a lot of that, but most of it is there's benefits involved, right? So a lot of these people who are over here, boots on ground, on the front lines, while all of these, you know, chess players, I call them, are moving all of these pieces around, and the ones that have to enforce the movements are the boots on ground people who are the ones carrying 60, 70 pounds of stuff on their back with arms going off on the side of their head and hostile territory. Like, those are the people I worry about. And it doesn't matter who's more right or wrong. I never want to see that. No matter if it's, you know, American, Israeli, whatever the case may be. I'm pro-life, bro. Except the people who aren't pro-life. That's all I got to say. Oh man, we weren't supposed to talk about that, bro. Now more than ever, I acknowledge what you say, to be thankful for your life while we live under the tyranny of pumpkin spice Palpatine. That's wild. But yes, y'all, whether you love Trump, hate him, whatever your position is, I think this is a reminder for sure. Like, it's innocent people losing their lives right now. And it could easily be one of us. I mean, the world we live in right now, bruh, it ain't no telling. I mean, it might be a tomahawk coming through my window at any moment. I'm being, obviously, that's not going to happen, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, man, be thankful for sure. Midwest Wisconsin, plowing snow and filming wildlife. That's dope. I'm so over the snow, dog. So over it. It's Sunday. We need Kingdom Man to come back. You know what? I've been wrestling with that. Which, by the way, what's up, bro? I've been wrestling with that. Oh, man. The reason I backed off of Kingdom Man, and some of y'all might not know what I'm talking about. I have like several different pages. One of them is a faith-based page for men. And I was going super hard on it for a minute, like hammering the videos out. And one thing I never wanted that page to turn into is somebody who is a YouTuber. That's like, this is what I do for a living. So, you know, naturally, when we are YouTubers and content creators, we are obsessed with analytics and money. That's what, you know, like, we get paid. And I feel like I never wanted to be somebody, bro, who, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but everybody got their moral standard. And I never wanted to use God as a way to funnel money into my pockets. So I promised myself that I would never monetize Kingdom Man. And I would only do it if I felt led to do it. And if I didn't feel led, I would take my hands off of it. I started to realize that every time I uploaded a video, I would tell myself I'm not going to pay attention to the analytics. But then here I am 2 hours later checking to see how many views it has. And when I uploaded one that didn't do good, I found myself feeling that pressure. Oh, man, you got to upload another one. And that is something I never wanted to happen with Kingdom Man. So once I started to see that it was becoming something that it shouldn't, I backed off of it. And anytime I pray, always ask God, like, if this is something that you want me to do, like, show me. And until God says I need you to like pick that back up and go hard on it, then it's gonna be what it is. You know, the other thing, and this is gonna be something else transparent. Like sometimes I'll be feeling like a hypocrite. Like, and I talked to a couple people about this, and they gave me their opinion on it. And I'm like, okay. But sometimes I'll be feel like, okay, I'm an imperfect man. Ain't nobody perfect, but how am I gonna be telling men or women what they should be doing in God and don't do this and don't do that, but I'm still sending over here in a different way. You know what I'm saying? So it made me feel pompous. But then, my spiritual father was like, that's not the point. The point is that you teach from where you are. So if you knee deep in sin and struggling with addiction this, addiction that, then that's your testimony right now. And you ain't got to fake it. You ain't got to make it seem like you aren't struggling with things. Like, let it be your test. Your test is your testimony. It's one thing they always say. So I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. But for now, I mean, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I might not make videos about being a righteous man or God, but there's always little nuggets in my content if you pay attention. Appreciate you, though. LA, now living in Nashville, just got back from the gym, feeling blessed, dope. I need to go to the gym today. What is the meaning of life? I don't know, bro. I don't think anybody knows. For me, it's that's a loaded question, bro. What is the meaning of life? I mean, if you want the definition, all we got to do is Google it. But if you look at like, what is the purpose of life? That's a whole different question. And I guess it depends on what you believe in, champ. I think what I believe the purpose of life is, if you look at it from like a biblical perspective, we are called to be representative of God's loveness, forgiveness, kindness, etc. If we take that away, what's the purpose? I don't know. I really don't know. Can't answer that for you. Because life is like, everything is life. You know what I'm saying? Like bacteria are alive. What's the purpose of that? Ants crawling around. Like what's their purpose? So I really think this is, I mean, y'all can share what y'all think, but I think this is all like just what you think. Connecticut here. I currently have an Osmo Pocket 3, which I love. Just got done talking to Scam Mackie this morning about the Pocket 3. I currently have an Osmo Pocket 3, Osmo Action 5 for capturing wedding content. For my wedding DJ business, I'm looking for clean and crisp video for marketing purposes. Any advice? I mean, truthfully enough, anything these days can get the job done. But if you want the best tool for the job, I would invest in a camera with a bigger sensor, especially shooting weddings. For a couple reasons. Number one, cameras with bigger sensors. The Osmo Pocket looks great under like great lighting conditions, but we all know that wedding venues are a lot of times not lit. Oh, I remember them wedding days. I mean, thankfully you in the DJ part of it. I used to be filmmaking and photography wedding. Oh, I remember them days, bruh. But I mean, you know that the lighting situations are a lot of times challenging. Osmo Pocket 3 is not the best in low light. So I would invest in a bigger camera. I mean, and if this is going to be something you're serious about, spend like $2,000 or $3,000 to get a camera where you can swap lenses, especially because you might find that the Osmo Pocket is too wide for what you want to do. Or sometimes you might want to get more close-up detailed shots. And you can't really do that with the Pocket 3. So I always say, bro, for people starting out, do not start with a specialty camera. The Pocket 3 is a specialty camera because you're going to quickly outgrow it and feel like I wasted my money. I would invest in a proper camera first. So even if that's like a used, I don't know, whatever system you want to be in, Sony A7 IV or whatever, start there, because with a regular camera, you can always expand and grow. If you decide that one day you want to do video, you got video. If you decide one day you want to focus on photography, you got a photography camera. If you decide one day that I want to get like that super blurry background, you can change lenses. If you decide, hey man, I want to start shooting sports, you can put a sports lens on there. So I would always recommend to start with a full size camera first, if the budget allows. And then that way you have something that you can grow into and grow with. And then you use other things to fill the holes of, all right, I mean, I don't want to take this big old camera setup every time, but I got a Pocket 3 that I know could do good enough. So that's my personal advice. I always recommend buy a real camera first. And then if you want to start adding other gear to, you know, fill other roles or anything like that, then do that. Because the Osmo Pocket 3, if it's your only camera, I promise you, I mean, unless you just know for sure that you are never going to want to get a different look or never want to shoot different type of video or anything like that, that you're going to quickly outgrow it. And I don't know what your pockets look like, but I would say if you got $1,500 to $2,000 right now, invest in a bigger camera. Hope that was helpful. DR in the house. What up? Hello. I still haven't been there, bro. I still haven't been to the DR. What it do over there, man? Hope you're doing all right. S12 or S1R2? Yeah. I'm using the S12 right now. S1R2 is, that's this camera right here. Best bang for your buck cameras out there. I'm actually about to make a video on why I'm kind of leaving Sony, dog. I mean, obviously I'm not leaving. I still have Sony gear. But, you know, we got to get the clicks on the video, bruh. But I'm honestly not using my Sony gear at all. Well, except for this. I'm using this. Hold up. This comes with me everywhere. That comes with me everywhere. The RX1R Mark III. Say what you want about this little camera, but I love this thing. I take this everywhere. But like my A7R5, I don't touch it. Because the Lumix cameras are just so damn good right now. Is there any baseline metric one could thrive for as a goal to eventually make $1,000 to $2,000 a month out of YouTube? That's a great question, bro. Let me say this. Views on YouTube are going to be the least amount you're going to make on YouTube. For you to make $2,000 a month on YouTube consistently, if you run ads on your videos, you're gonna need probably like what, like 600,000 or 700,000 views a month. And these are like long form views, not shorts views. Shorts are easy to run up views on. Long form, not so much. And YouTube puts all the money, majority of the money for ads into long form videos. So for you to make $1,000 to $2,000 a month, I'll usually get about like between $1,000 to $1,500 a month from YouTube. Give or take, depends on the season, different times of the year. The ad payouts are a little bit higher than the others. But for you to make $2,000 consistently on YouTube, you need like between 500,000 to 700,000 views a month. Hold on, I need some nasal spray. Hold on, I'm not done. I'm gonna finish answering this. Hold on one second. I can't breathe. Boom. Almost. My knee almost buckled. All right, so I want you to get out this mentality that if I'm going to do YouTube, hold on. You can make money in so many ways, bro. And you don't even need a huge audience. If you have 100 followers, bro, and these 100 people trust you, you can sell to them. Courses, consultations, and you don't have to wait for you to build an audience, a super audience, to make money. Once you are valuable to somebody, people will spend money on information. I do like 2 to 3 consultations a month, and I'm not giving out like ground earth shattering information. It's just people will pay for information from somebody they trust. Even if it's the same information they can find for free elsewhere, they want to hear from somebody they trust. So you could easily make money from consultations. You can make money from digital products. Example, you're just getting started out on YouTube. You chose camera as your niche, which personally I'm not going to recommend. But just example, right? And you go out, you make a video about a camera you just bought. I don't know, maybe you bought a RX1R Mark III and you develop some presets, and maybe you only got 100 views on that video, right? But what if out of those 100 views, 2 people really like the way your photos look and your presets cost $20 a piece? You just made $40. So what I'm saying is you don't have to wait until you have a huge audience to make money off of YouTube. If you really want to, you can monetize 100 people and make $1,000 or $2,000 a month, or whatever you want to make. Just don't get caught in the rat race of, oh, for me to make money on YouTube, I got to get views. There's so many other ways. There's affiliate programs you can join. Most companies that you buy stuff from have affiliate programs. It's easy. Like the next time you go on your favorite company's website to buy something, scroll down to the bottom. You'll usually find a way to contact or a button that says affiliate. And affiliate programs, I mean, there's people out here like ECAMM, for example. I use ECAMM right now. There's people out here who they live stream, right? And they just say, hey, hey, look, here's a little soft plug real quick. Okay. If you a Mac user and you want to do live streaming like this, and you don't want to go through the super complex stuff, ECAMM is easy to use. And if you want to try it out, it's only for Mac users. You hit the link in my description and you get a little free trial with it. But, once somebody signs up with that link, then you get a little kickback. And you got some affiliate programs out there that kick back a lot of money. Some of them give you recurring money. But also, if you have, let's say, 5 or 6 affiliate programs of whatever it is, and they're all making you $100, $200 a month, you add them up, a couple of them, that's $1,400 a month. You can make a lot of money online without having a super audience. That's what I'm saying. And if you want more information on the ways I make money, I have made a video on this, but if you do want like some one-on-one coaching type stuff, there's a link down there for you to book a consultation session. And the way I do my consultations, there's a lot of people that gatekeep, and they'll like, and I could probably milk way more money out of it, but for me, that's not what it's about. But whatever time block that you book, that's yours. And I'm an open book. I don't claim to know everything, right? But I can tell you the things that have worked for me, and I know that ultimately work across the board with a lot of other people I know too. So just let me know. And I'm on Instagram also. You can just send me a DM on there. That's a great question though. Did you see that black beach we watched the waves on Iceland? Half eroded into the, oh, what? First of all, Peter, what up? Peter, you looking mighty in that photo, bro. That's definitely AI. No, that photo is fire. Did you see that? So me and Peter went to Iceland. Like, what was that? Peter, what was that like? 4 years ago now? 3 years ago now? That was a long time ago. We should go back this year, dog. Matter of fact, we should. But that was the first time I had ever seen a black beach. Peter said, did you see that the black beach we watched the waves on in Iceland half eroded into the ocean? Got to head back to check it out with some drones at some point. Yeah, that's sad. I don't know if y'all ever seen black sand before. It is the wildest thing you will see. I ain't gonna pull a picture up, but neither here nor there. Iceland is beautiful, and Peter, we need to go back. And shout out to Peter Lindgren in the house. It's 22:15. It's 10:15. Thanks for the shout out. Thank you for being here, man. A quick one in portrait photography. Are there camera brands that are more ebony friendly than others? For Africa instance, no, I'm going to be honest. Today's cameras, all of them are great. Kofi shoots a lot of melanated people in fitness, and he uses Lumix, Fuji, Blackmagic, like all of these cameras are great, honestly. All of them have 10-bit color, And I think what's more important is probably lighting and understanding color temperatures and stuff like that. All of today's cameras could do whatever you need them to do. You could trust that. California, currently trying to restart my YouTube channels, just trying to start hanging around people who inspire me even on lives like this, for sure. And also, what do you mean trying to restart it? Just go, bruh. If you sit around waiting for everything to be perfect, for you to get everything perfect, you're never going to start. You're never going to restart. Just start going and figure it out. Got to put them reps in. The ironic part is that my clients are all SWs of models, and 99% of their content is more clothed than fitness influencers. Okay, are all SWs of models. What does that mean? Somebody help me out. What you talking about? What is that? Are all SWs? I really want to figure this out before somebody tells me. The ironic part is that my clients are all SWs. Swimwear. Maybe that's swimwear. I don't know. Somebody help me out with that. But yeah, fitness influencers are wild. Is this AI Terry or the real Terry? This is definitely AI Terry. Shout out to Cam in the house. Scam Mackie in the house. This is definitely AI Terry. Mr. Camera Junkie in the house. Shout out to him. Oh, we are de-squeezed right now because of his app. If you want to stream in anamorphic, you can find his app in the App Store. So if you have a camera that doesn't output de-stretched anamorphic footage, right now I'm using the Blazar Apex. It's a 1.33 times T2 anamorphic. And you got to de-squeeze that mess. And ECAMM does not have de-squeeze in it yet. So if y'all want to check that out, go hit him up. You can find him all over the place. So Mr. Camera Junkie. His app is actually fire. It's real Terry pulling the strings to make AI Terry look like real Terry. Cam just texted me. Let me see what he... Oh, okay. Cam just told me what as the... And he also sent the picture to our group chat saying, post gym meat. I would turn this around, but y'all can't see our group chat. We would all get canceled. But Cam just told me what SWs are. Okay. It's a certain type of worker is all I'm going to say. Got you. Thank you for the clarification, Cam. And you don't have to call me names. All right. We do not need politics for the war to realize that we can be creative to amplify positive vibes. Just my 2 cents. I served 22 years in our military. Thank you so much for your service. And know enough to believe peace is best. Absolutely. I totally 100% agree with that. And yes, thank you for your service. What branch, if you don't mind? Hey, boss, love your energy. Came from Cam's channel. Broke up with him, and here I am loyal to you. Yes! Cam is a loser. He's a liar. He stinks. He uses women's hair products. Man, I appreciate that, man. No, I'm just playing. Cam is one of my closest friends, unfortunately. Hate that dude. Did I go to church today? I did not go to church. All right, so here's something funny, man. I haven't been going to like a church. I was for a long time. But 2 things happened. Number one, I started listening to 2819 online. It's a Christian church, Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell. I resonate with him. He's very, very charged. He's from New York. He preaches the word. Like, he goes up there with just the Bible. And it's hard to listen to a lot of other, I guess, less toned down versions of church when that's what I'm like feeding myself with. So right now, until I find a church that can, I've been to other churches that just, you don't go there to idolize the pastor or the congregation and all of that stuff. However, you are allowed to have a preference of where you want your teaching to come from. And when like I be spiritually charged after listening to him preach. So until I'm able to find that here, then I would rather just stay home on Sunday morning and watch 2819. Which you should always be in community. That's what the word says. But right now I'm just doing online. Don't go back. It stinks over there. God is a provider, so I wouldn't feel bad about making money when talking about God. I hear you. I totally hear you. And yes, he is a provider, but we all have our own moral compass, and I didn't feel right with, oh, I'm about to make this spiritual content so I can get paid. And again, that's why I prefaced it with saying, I'm not saying that anybody's wrong in that, but we all have a moral compass, and Cam's is way off. Kofi's is terrible too. You should hear some of the stuff Kofi be saying. He don't have a moral compass. Matter of fact, I can't do that. I can't do that. But everybody has a moral compass, and everybody's is different. What I might find morally wrong, somebody else might be 100% okay with. And who's anybody to say either one of us is wrong or right? Meaning of life is 42 or 40 for sure. All right, here's a question for Cam Mackey. If you make more videos about something else, okay, wait. If you make more videos, I don't know if this is a question. If you make more videos about something else than shilling gear, then yes. Otherwise, it's gear talks and nothing else. It's like eBay, you get tired. What is this in response to? What did Cam say? I don't know. Probably something stupid. Oh, Cam is saying I need you back. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, me and Cam kind of do similar things. Actually, he's way more artistic than I am. He's a much better artist than I am. All I do is yap about gear. I just look better than he does, and I got more flavor than he does. So my videos are more interesting. But from like a purist artistry perspective, he's the man. Because for sure, all I do is sit here. You know, I'm starting to realize who I am as a creator. I am starting to realize it. All this time, I'm sitting around calling myself a filmmaker, this filmmaker, that. Man, I ain't none of that. I'm just a dude who like cameras and filming stuff at 4K 120 at f1.2. Slowing it down, slapping the color grade on it, calling it cinematic, and uploading it with some music. That's what I do. And the subject matter is usually leaves, rocks, sometimes animals. Oh yeah. So anyways, hey, don't go back over there. Like I said, it stinks over there with Cam. Okay, I gotta be fair here. Okay, I gotta be fair. Oscar says it's nothing personal, just my opinion. No talks about life or any tips, just marketing. Which products would you? But this is the same thing I do. I mean, let me look at my last couple videos. I'm gonna be honest, because I've been big shilling lately because Daddy got some bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think Cam makes more personal videos than I do. My last couple videos, let's take a look. Oh, anyways, you should take a look at this Galaxy Z Fold 7. You want one of them, don't you? You jealous? You jealous? All right, my last video, AI isn't the problem, which was paid. Yeah, that video did terrible. AirPods Pro 3, 4 months later, buyer's remorse. That video also did terrible, although it is getting a bump, but that was a sponsored video by Opera Neon. 1 week later with the Nikon ZR, which was also a sponsored video by Artlist. The video behind that is This Tiny Camera's Too Good, Extra Auto. That was a sponsored video by Extra. iPhone 17 Pro, 120-day honest review. That video did do well, but that was also sponsored by Artlist. See where I'm going with this? My video before that, when budget doesn't mean budget, Ceramic Air wireless microphone. That video was sponsored by Ceramic. And 4 years later with the M1 Max MacBook Pro, time to upgrade. That video also did well, but that video was sponsored by Artlist. So basically every video I dropped, short of, I mean, I have like introspective and kind of like life talks on my channel from here and there, but the vast majority of the videos I make are gear videos, and a lot of it is sponsored. So I have to, you know, call a spade, fair is fair. If you're going to say this about Cam's channel, you got to say the same thing about my channel, because arguably I make more sponsored gear videos than Cam does. I just rope in like videos such as harsh advice for new creators. This is why creators suck at being productive. I've made some AI videos. I don't think I could do this about my financial goal, which I absolutely failed at. 10 things I would immediately do if I were to start over on YouTube, which was sponsored. So I make a lot of sponsored videos too. Fair is fair. I think what's probably more accurate to say is I'm a lot better looking than he is. That's probably more fair. But we got to give Cam his flowers while he's here. Unfortunately, I don't want to. But Cam is a fantastic creator. Arguably one of the best out there in the camera space. If not, I think Cam, I hate to say this to him because I'm never going to hear the end of it. But when it comes from like a purist artistry perspective, I think Cam right now is the best out there. Now, he looks awful. He smells terrible. I can't be around him for more than 5 minutes at a time. But we got to be fair. Cam is a fantastic creator. But it's all right to have your preference of what creators that you like to watch for whatever your reason is. Like, you don't have to feel bad about, oh, I don't watch Terry because he a loudmouth. I mean, I'm not for everybody. You know, I don't watch Cam because he got zits all over his face. I mean, he ain't for everybody. So we're all allowed to have our preference. And there's nothing wrong with that. The ZR has some quirks, but man, where the ZR at? Where is it at? I'll be right back. Let me go get it. Hold up. Move, man. Hey. You know what's crazy? I haven't fell in love with the ZR. I love some things. I just dropped a video on it not too long ago. I love some things about the ZR, but there's some things that really irritate me about this camera. I ain't gonna lie. To a point where I haven't really been picking it up that much. Just off the top of the head, I don't like Nikon's menu system at all. At all on any of their cameras. And I mean, you use anything long enough, you'll get used to it. But I cannot stand Nikon's menus. One thing that also irritates me is how you have to put their lenses on counterclockwise and not clockwise. That really irritates me. And the fact that there's an on and off button and not an on and off switch, that really irritates me. And I don't really care that the H.265 is a little soft, but I have other cameras that the H.265 looks so much better. And then if I want to use Red, R3D, or ProRes, then, I mean, the files are huge. And then, I mean, they're also huge out of this camera right here. If you switch over to ProRes out of this camera, absolutely massive files, even bigger files than the ZR, which is why I also don't use it on there. But I don't know. I love the screen on it. That's for sure. R3D is great. But I don't know. It hasn't grabbed on to me like a beautiful woman would. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate it. I like it for a lot of reasons. Built-in 32-bit float is dope. But every time I want to pick it up, I look at that thing right there. Or that camera right there. And I know not everybody has the luxury of multiple cameras, but man, these Lumix cameras are so damn good, bro. It's like if I'm gonna pick up something else, I'm doing it on purpose to say I'm using another camera. Because, and again, I know this is super first world problem type stuff. There's the only reason I would pick this up over that camera right there is for the screen. That's it. And built-in 32-bit float. But aside from that, Lumix just, the S1R Mark II and the S1 Mark II, like I'm not trying to glaze them, but they're so good to a point where it makes it difficult to pick up anything else to use it. Now, outside of that, then the ZR is great for sure. I simply cannot imagine making a living on YouTube, have been inspired to try from TerryWarfield, Kofi. You know, it's crazy that we can have this conversation because 10 years ago saying I'm making a full-time income off of making quote unquote stupid videos online was unheard of. But the reality is like, yes, most of my friends are full-time creators, and it's wild that we can say, you know, I'm not going to throw numbers out there, but you know I make over 6 figures off of YouTube. Thank the Lord. You know, all of my friends who are YouTubers make 6+ figures off of YouTube. Now, obviously, we have to factor in taxes, business expenses, and all of that. But it's wild to say that we can make a living off of something that and make great money off of without an education, without going to school, just by making videos. And we always have to have these talks with each other like, bro, I know you don't want to make that video today, but you mean to tell me you about to get paid $4,000 for an ad spot and you don't want to make it? When you've been in the workforce before, you know how long it takes some people to make $4,000, and all you got to do is talk about something for 60 seconds and you don't want to make it. So we always have to like keep each other in line with perspective checks. Because once you do this for long enough, I mean, yeah, it gets tiring. You don't want to do it. You question if I still want to do this or not. But then it's always that, you know, even some people in my personal life, I'll be like, man, you know, I see a lot of people that are struggling. And I'm like, well, I'm kind of not. But that's the reality check part. Is that no matter how much sometimes we want to complain about it, and, you know, we complain about all the algorithm and the views and all that stuff. But the reality is it almost feels unfair. Like, this feels unfair to be able to talk on the camera about tech and cameras and make as much money as some of us do. And I don't make nowhere near as much money as some of my friends do. I got a couple friends that you wouldn't believe how much money they making off of YouTube. And when we say YouTube, we're not talking just specifically from YouTube. When we say, you know, we're a full-time YouTuber content creator, that we just use that as a blanket term. Most of us are not making money from YouTube. We're making money from digital sales, from brand deals, posting them on different things. You know what I'm saying? We just say YouTuber as kind of a blanket statement. But yeah, it's wild, man. But you know what? The reality is anybody willing to put the time, effort, and consistency into building an audience. This is where the key is, y'all. Once you build an audience, no matter what niche it is, then you can make money. The world is shifting in 2 ways. Number one, influencer marketing. Companies are realizing that it is way smarter. I've said this in other videos. Instead of us spending $1 million on a commercial campaign for TV, where we're just casting a huge blanket net, right? And hoping that our ad scores with somebody. Well, if I'm a camera company and I find TerryWarfield, Terry has 120,000 followers on YouTube, whatever. That is a direct sales channel to this camera company. How do we know this? Well, you think about the psychology of pressing the follow or subscribe button. For you to follow somebody, that means that you had to share some type of similar interest with them, or you like how they present information about some type of topic, right? So when somebody follows Tight Shirt TerryWarfield or insert whoever's name that you want to, knowing that Terry's primarily like a camera and gear channel, I mean, it's probably 99% chance that they followed him because they're into the gear and tech that he's talking about. So as a camera company, it's a lot smarter for me to find this guy who has 120,000 dedicated people who are our target audience. How do we know that? Because we sell cameras and they subscribe to him because he's a camera channel. That's a targeted audience. It makes way more sense for them to say, hey, TerryWarfield, we have 10,000. I'm just throwing a number out there. We got a new camera coming out, or we got something we want to promote. Here's $10,000 for you to do it. And on the surface, you thinking like, man, that's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. But at the same time, you think about how much money can they potentially make on the back end of that, because they have a targeted audience of 120,000 people right there. So that is the psychology of a lot of these brands. These brands are putting in big money to influencers because you are way more than likely to buy from somebody who you trust. And usually if you follow somebody, you have some type of trust in that person. Why? How do we know that? You follow them. So as more and more companies understand this and realize this, this is why you see less and less ads on TV. I mean, you still see them, but this is why you're starting to see more ad placements in like digital things like Netflix, YouTube, because they understand that people buy based off the people that they follow. So I'm just going to say, if you want to get into it, some of y'all might think that it's too late to get. No, it is the perfect time to become a content creator and a YouTuber if you want to do it. Stop waiting. But let me also set some realistic expectations for you. This is some of the hardest stuff you ever going to do in your life. Now, it's not physically difficult like walking into a factory every day from 9 to 5. No, it's not. It's not physically demanding. I mean, maybe physically demanding sometimes in the sense that we have to carry camera gear around, all of that stuff, right? But it's more mentally demanding than anything. However, for y'all who have worked in corporate America and the labor force, you know that after a 10-hour day in corporate America, sometimes it feels just like a 10-hour day in the labor force. Like the physical impact that sometimes mental stresses have on you feels the same. And YouTube and social media is when like this will break you down so far, bro. Oh, and then especially if you are of entrepreneurial mindset. You know, sometimes I envy people who have jobs because it's easy. They got to figure nothing out. They just get up on this automated cycle. I'm going to go to work. After I'm off work, mine's off. I don't have to think about work. I can move on with the rest of my day. That's not how entrepreneurs' minds work. This thing is never off, ever. You see, today was supposed to be my chill day, bro. What did I tell y'all when the stream started? I was supposed to be chilling, playing Arc Raiders today. Not working, not doing nothing, not gymming, no nothing. Here I am on a live stream. So like the entrepreneurial mindset never turns off. You feel like you always have to be working. And the other problem is the grind culture. You know, we've ingrained this in ourselves. Got to be working, got to be working, got to be working. So there's that. There's the social aspect of it, man. People talk crazy to you, bro. Like some of the worst hateful comments I've ever gotten in my life have been in my YouTube comments. And if you don't have the thick skin to get through that, you ain't going to make it. But the other thing is it took me to get to a point where I can make livable income off of this in abundance, right? How long I've been at this for 7 years now. Now I want to paint this perspective. 7 years, dog. I'm not saying it takes everybody this long. Some people have got on and started making videos and blew up in 3 months. Okay, that wasn't Tight Church case. It's because my dumb ass picked the camera space. Let's be real. But neither here nor there. 7 years of majority of the time feeling like this ain't working. Majority of the time feeling like I'm not good at this. Majority of the time feeling like I don't want to keep going. Putting all this work in, not seeing any fruit of labor for a long time. You got to be a crazy person to keep doing something over and over, not seeing any return of investment on it. but you choose to keep doing it anyways in hopes that one day this will pay off. Well, that's what we do as content creators. We make piece of content after content after content. It don't work, didn't get views, didn't hit, people hated it, didn't, we lost followers. And then you got to be a strong-willed person to get up again and do it again. And then fail again. And then and this is our cycle every single day. And this is why sometimes I say I envy the people who still have jobs, because you don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about, what am I going to do today to make money? You don't have to think about how am I going to get the bills paid this month? No, like that, with a job, you at least know, I do this job, I get paid, I'm off work every day. It ain't no guesswork. Every day I wake up, I got to figure out, how am I going to make this day count and make money? Because any entrepreneur knows this, whether you're a YouTuber, whether you got your own business or whatever, when you don't work, you don't eat. Your output is directly tied to your input. And if you ain't putting nothing in, you ain't getting nothing out, champ. So there's that. There's the uncertainty of it, Well, I mean, I guess there's also uncertainty with jobs, but well, I'm saying all that to say, like, this is not for the faint of heart. Everybody think it's just turning on a video once or twice, going viral. I'm about to go buy a Lambo or Bugatti. Nah. This will literally test everything about you, from your resolve to your morals to your discipline. It will test how you feel about yourself. Like, it will test your confidence. All of that. Like, this, I'm telling y'all. Keep thinking it's sweet. Yeah, and you can do it, brother. Just talk about stuff you're passionate about, create unique work, be personal, and the brands will support you, and the brands you support will support you back most of the time. The transition to get in front of the camera, of behind the camera, is tough. This is a great point. It's a great point. All right. We live in a world today where you don't have to be in front of the camera. All right, it's easy to watch me or Cam and think, I need to be like them to be successful on YouTube. Do you know how many faceless YouTube channels there are? I want you to look up a tech YouTuber called Flossy Carter. You probably know who he is. And if not, just look him up. When you see a Flossy Carter video, you see his hands and a device and a voice. You very, very rarely see him on camera. It's literally just a camera, device, and him reviewing the camera without showing his face. And he has a couple million subscribers. So, and I hate to throw this part in there because I really don't like this part, but I mean, with AI, you got people who are creating AI avatars and making AI channels and never having to be on camera and making money. There's also, like, example, videos that you turn on before you fall asleep. Like, there's people who go take their camera and they live by a beach or by water or whatever. They turn it on and let it roll for 12 hours. Or they go record for 2 hours and put on a loop and then upload that and monetize it. Like, so don't think that you have to be a face on camera to make money. You don't. You got a lot of faceless YouTube channels out there. Now, the thing is how do you build a connection with somebody? Face-to-face time. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little difficult to make in my opinion. I mean, there's always anomalies. Flossy figured out how to do it. But usually people gravitate to a face. But there's how the saying go? There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. OnlyFans, or you could do OnlyFans like Cam. Oh, that SWs. Mindful, you just got to do it right. It's like learning to ride a bike. You're not. All right. And this is why I say, y'all, if you want to do YouTube, and I just had the same conversation in the barbershop yesterday, bro. Stop waiting around for the perfect moment to start uploading videos. Okay, you waiting for you get the channel name perfect and the assets perfect and the ideas laid out and 6 months of video topics. Forget all of that. I'm not saying don't plan, but there's a rule that Dan Martell said. If you got it 70% of the way figured out, go with it. If you know what you want to make videos on, you know what you're going to film on, and you know how to upload a video to YouTube, you 70% there. So the idea of the 70-30 rule, it's called the 70-30 rule. If you're 70% there on an idea, go. Because once you're at 70%, you've already figured out the idea. So there's no reason, I won't say there's no reason, there's no purpose when you're trying to build something and you need to keep going at something to try to figure that other 30% out, because you're already 70%. Most of the work is done already. Instead, take that 30%, move on to the next thing. So stop trying to wait for everything to be perfect. And then you're not going to be perfect at this. It's like riding a bike. You didn't just jump on a bike and ride into the sunset your first time. No, you had to learn. YouTube is the same way. Stop waiting. Oh, I got my camera. I got my lights. Oh, so what? Figure it out. Roberto Blake, who is one of the top gurus in this space, his advice is make 100 videos. This is where I got it from. The last time I made my video on I would do these things different if I was a YouTuber, or 10 things you should do as a new YouTuber, make 100 videos. Because what's going to happen in these 100 videos, you're going to build the skill set that it takes to be a content creator. You're going to figure out how to make videos. You're going to figure out what you're good at. You're going to figure out ways to optimize the workflow. You're going to figure out where are the holes in your workflow, what type of gear that you need to invest in. But you ain't going to know none of this stuff until you start making videos. So once you have the idea, you know what you're going to make videos about, and you know what you're going to film it on, even if that's your phone, go. That's 70% of the way. Don't worry about that other 30. Just go. Yep, figured that out. Figured that out. Yep, we all figured that out. Hope my daughter isn't watching. I want to know what the S1H2 is like. So do I, bro. You good? Good try. Go try. You try to pull up. You try to pull up on that. I don't know. I have no clue. Cam is my side piece. He everybody's side piece. Cam is my hero. Just kidding, but for real, you make a vlog. Doc look fantastic, and the passion is infectious. Yeah, Cam is great at what he does. He just stinks. Kofi sold me lean behind a 7-Eleven once. He what? He told you to do what? Pause. Hold on, man. Hold on. He told you to what? Lean, but everybody put pause in the chat right now, because that's crazy. Kofi, war crime, bro. I gotta put that in there. That's wild. Kofi is crazy. Kofi used to be a pimp. He has no morals. That's very true. Oh, okay. Now I remember what I said. I got you. I requested you review the new DJI Osmo Nano action camera. You know what's crazy? I just did. I bought it for POVs, and it's quite good, especially when you buy the combo. Can I show you something real quick? Please hold. I'll be right back. I'm about to tear you up with this one. Hold up. Ooh, I just fell on the ZR. Do you know that they make the Osmo Nano in white? I bet you wish you would have known that. You want to see it? There it is. There it is, champs. The DJI Osmo Nano in white. I just put up a video on the Extra Auto, which, you know, we all know what's going on, don't we? Don't we all? Don't we, chat? Don't we know what's going on with Extra? Now, there's no official affiliation between DJI and Extra. They're two totally different companies from what we're told. However, they are eerily similar. I mean, eerily similar. Down to the screens, the sensors, the icons, the layout, everything. Get this, Extra cameras even are compatible now as of about a week ago with, you guessed it, DJI mics. So I've made a couple videos on my channel about this, and yes, it is fantastic, just like the Osmo Nano. Manny Ortiz and Jared Poland are frequenting Kenya for wildlife photography and camera views. When you come in, hey, you know what? I talked to Manny quite a bit about his Kenya trip, and he got a whole lot of hate after that. I mean, a lot of y'all know what happened, which was completely unjustified. They tore Manny up over that trip. But I would love to go there. I don't know if I would travel right now internationally to anywhere right now with the current state of affairs, but I would love to come there. Many, you know who? Kofi often goes to places with a lot of giraffes and never mind. But yeah, I would love to go there. The problem is getting somebody to sponsor the trip. Maybe. I would love to go there. I would love to visit Cape Town, South Africa. Really want to go to Cape Town. Manny took some of the best pictures I've ever seen in wildlife in Kenya. 7 out of his 12 videos had 0 paid sponsors. Sheep are gonna sheep. Yep, I am definitely a sheep. Terry's buffer, but my hair. What hairline, Cam? You don't have. This is a hairline right here. Okay, see that? It's a little crispy right now because, you know, we black people, so they put the little hair fibers in there and make it look all extra crispy. But even with this, you don't really have a hairline, champ. This is my hair. My hair. As you can tell, I have a full head of hair. This is all my hair. How do I feel about the R6 Mark III? I think it's fantastic. I don't feel any way negatively about any modern camera. We could sit here, argue, and slap each other over, but the reality is every camera that has come out in the last decade is fire. It's even to a point right now where I don't even like talking about cameras like that because they're all so damn good, it's boring to talk about them. And we've reached the apex of camera technology. So now that we've crossed over, you know, and we're getting these like 5 to 6% increases every 2 to 3 years in the camera space. It's just boring to talk about. Oh, my boy Mondo in the building. What up, Mondo? I did sell some lean one time. Didn't know. So the plot thickens. So you sold Kofi, you selling lean behind 7-Elevens. It's crazy. I'm the poorest out of my friend group. This dude is lying. Yeah, exactly. You also own 2 Pixels. He owns oh, hold on. Kofi owns 2 Ursa 12Ks. Don't. He got 2 of them. He has 2 of them. A Pixel 6K, a Pixel 12K. He ain't broke. Don't matter, Kofi. I sold my Pixel 6K. I'm probably going to buy another. Seller's remorse for real. Yeah, I can. Never mind. I'm going to shut up before I get myself in trouble. I saw an influencer campaign for a gas station. I'm telling you, man, these companies are spending money. Who needs marketing for a gas station? You're going to go anyways. This is facts. What up? I feel attacked at that grind culture comment. I'm literally making videos while... Shut up, man. Kofi, I'm so sick of you, bro. Every time we say something about the grind, here come Kofi. Yeah, I've already recorded my 16th video for today. 16 videos. I'm 3 months ahead, and I just booked 3 more docs for the month after that. Shut up. Dang. Shut up, Kofi. I don't go to church. I live my life. As much as I hate that place, I've been in more than 300 different churches since I do wedding videos. Yeah, I mean, church ain't for everybody. I feel like church served a very valuable as a very valuable crutch for me when I needed it. Right now, I feel, and I'm going off on the spiritual tangent real quick. We'll probably be over here for 30 seconds. Right now, I feel spiritually fulfilled. I don't always talk about what I do spiritually, but I wake up every morning. I'm in my Bible. I pray. You know, I do acts of kindness that God tells you to do in the word. I try to be good to people. You know, I ain't perfect. I definitely be messing up and sinning in some ways, but I try to be a righteous man for the most part. Oh, you agree? His videos are, this is in response to Cam. His videos are amazing, but he gets me in debt. My wife doesn't know that. Yapping is more fun than checking bank balance and store gear. I feel you. I feel you. I did both. I was a sponsored athlete and a ghost lifestyle for 8 years, then moved behind it. It was an easy transition. Totally feel you on that, bro. You know what time it is, Cam. I just had a cup to start the stream. I'm saving cup number 3 for when I get back on the video game in a little bit. But you need to go. Only Cams instead of only fans is crazy. Wow. Because you got black magic, so you are guilty in that. Yeah. Kofi, you want to talk about somebody else that's a shill, a sellout, Kofi. Oh, see? Sorry, buddy. I don't watch your shilling. I only come here when you are live streaming. I like your vibe. I appreciate that. I respect that. What up? We ain't seen you around here in a long time. Hey, Terry, long time no see. Glad I managed to catch another live. You are spilling some real truths. Thank you as always. Thank you. We ain't seen you around. I ain't seen you on B. Wash's stream. I ain't seen you in Cam and Kofi's stream. So thank you for popping in. Ain't nobody here today. It's like 30 people. I mean, y'all matter though. This is the best 30 people on the internet. Yeah. 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 Kofi was wilding with that. It's like one day after Black History Month, y'all can't act right. Yeah, I mean, our time is over, Kofi. My boy Marine X, glad to see you laser focused on doing your thing lately. About a year ago, you were so scrappy with other creators, it was a bit of a turnoff. Now I consume tons of your stuff. Man, I still need to redevelop them LUTs and send them to you, bro. That was like 3 years ago. I'm going to just take the L on that one. That's my bad, dog. Shout out to Marine X. I've been watching him for years. I'm real scrappy with other people. I ain't gonna lie. Especially lately, I just be sick of people talking trash all the time. But yeah, I mean, I think we all passed that wave a little bit. That was kind of like after we was being attacked for the Japan trips. Had to hold it in for an entire month, my boy. Terry, what do you think about Red buying from you? All right, let me start over. What do you think about Red buying from you a camera more than it costs new just to get you on the Red system? Like you get a 7500 for FX6. Only thing I hate about Sony is the IBIS. Miss my Canon R7 IBIS. What was even super good, but Lumix IBIS is so damn good. Sony said they got it good. It's scrap. Sony's newer cameras, the IBIS is a whole lot better. Like the A7R5, the A7 V, the Alpha 1 Mark II have really good IBIS systems. Would I spend money to get into the Red ecosystem on a used camera? No. But I'm not the best candidate for somebody shooting Red cameras. I personally am not I'm not a filmmaker. I think if you are shooting projects and stuff like that, and you know, maybe what you shoot or the people you shoot with, they use Red, or maybe you just want to get a camera that everybody uses for the industry, yeah, fine. But I ain't paying no $7,500 for no Red camera when that bad boy right there works just fine, and that one does, and that one does. So, but different strokes, different folks. Ask Kofi. I think Kofi, Mondo, Cam, those guys. All right, here's the reality about me, man. and this is probably why all of my videos do trash now. I I hate to say this, but as much as I love cameras, and I always love cameras for what they are, I think there's something so dope about cameras. Like, this is a literal time machine. I could press this button right here and capture a moment of time that will never, ever happen again. The moment you snap a photo, that moment is gone, and that moment will never exist again. And that about cameras will always make me love them. But if I'm honest, I'm not really using cameras in the way most of y'all want to see people use cameras in. And I get it. You know, before you spend $5,000 on a camera system, you want to hear from somebody who's actually out there using it in the field. And unfortunately, I'm not. The scope of what I do with cameras is filming myself, taking pictures of my my truck, bike, my kids, and sports. Other than that, I'm not filming client projects. I don't even want to. And I think it probably shows in my content. You know what I'm saying? I love cameras. I like to talk about cameras, but as far as like getting out there and filming projects and renting out spaces and scripting and all, I don't have a passion for it no more. I think when it comes to cameras, what I am passionate about is taking pictures and videos of stuff that I'm passionate about, like cars, motorcycles. I hate filming people. I'm gonna be honest. When I was doing like event and wedding and sports photography, and everybody might not feel like this, and maybe this is an ego thing, but I couldn't stand for people to be like, yo, that's my cameraman, or that's, oh God, I hated it. I hated it. And I'm also not that much of a people person. You know, it's easy for me to get on camera, but like most influencers, I'm a little socially awkward. I would much prefer to sit in the room and not talk to none of y'all, okay? On camera is different. And once we know each other, it's different. But if you stick me in a room full of people I don't know, I'll have no problem ignoring every last one of y'all and going home. I have no problem not making friends. I don't like small talk. I don't want to get to know each other in a 30-second elevator. I hate when people ask me, how's your day going? Like, just stop. Just stop. Just stop. We could just say hello and keep it moving. We don't need to say, so how's the weather? Oh, those Browns. Like, I hate small talk. And I realized that when I used to shoot these events, right? And I would be like the event photographer. I was always good at it, but I would go to these events. I would be paid to be there, be the photographer. And then I have to go around and put this smile on my, can y'all take a picture for me, please? And then fake laugh and all that. And it's just tiresome to me. It's just not for me. So I like using cameras when I can use them the way I want to use them. And right now, the way I want to use them is just playing around with them, testing them out on the things I like to test them out on, and using them to film my content for YouTube and my kids' sports. And a lot of people who initially watched me, I was making kind of small quote unquote films, and I thought I was so lit at it, and I was trash. I went back the other day. I was having this conversation with Cam and Kofi. The other day, I went back and watched some of my old videos where I thought I was on point. Oh my God, horrible, horrible. And I actually thought I was doing something. I mean, I guess I was doing it, but I mean, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. So, I don't know if I had that passion anymore. Maybe it's the weather, because I hate lugging out camera gear, and I go outside and it's cold and it just saps my energy away. But then we get into the summertime and it'd be 90 degrees outside, and I hate going out there like that. I'm out there sweating bullets and the camera gear burning my damn leg and So the reason I'm saying all that is because I don't have the same type of passion for cameras I had. I don't even know how we got on this tangent. I have the passion for cameras. I don't have a passion for like doing narrative or dedicated projects with cameras. So that's why on this channel, I've been pivoting to more like general stuff. If y'all haven't noticed, maybe, I don't know, you might not watch this channel that closely, but I still talk about cameras. But you know what else I make videos on? Phones, AirPods, chairs, computers, tablets. And it's probably hurting my channel right now because channels who are like Cam is kind of like, sure, he mixes in some gear stuff, but most of his stuff is very, very artistic. And I know a lot of y'all crave that when it comes to being a camera creator, but I just don't got it in me no more. And it messes with my head because, man, I used to be so like creatively charged. Like I remember like listening to music on like Epidemic Sound or whatever. And then the song would come on and I would just like light a fire underneath me. And then I had to get my camera and go out to create something. And I haven't felt that way in a long time. Now, maybe I need to start shooting things that inspire me again. But sometimes I'll be like, man, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. And let me tell you the real part about the camera space that I'm struggling with. I'm stuttering right now because I'm struggling. All right, y'all. Here's an example. And I can't speak for anybody else's channel because you got people like Peter McKinnon who can drop a video on a freaking magnifying glass and it'll get 1.2 million views in 24 hours. Okay. But I'm a very busy person. I have kids, sports, all of that. And I know everybody's busy, but I especially have a hard time managing the time that I do have. My kids are in school. A lot of times they have homework when I have them. And when I don't have them, I'm still very helpful to their parents. So I'm always running kids back and forth. And I don't just have an opportunity to like sit down and grind most of the time. So let's say I have 4 hours available for the day. All right. 4 hours for the day. And I know I need to make a video. Well, usually with camera videos, y'all want samples. Y'all want photo samples, video samples, and maybe you don't understand how much work that takes, but that means me getting the camera, going out, shooting stuff, shooting this, shooting that, driving here, driving there, getting photos, getting videos, hopefully nailing the photos and videos, coming back, going through all the photos and videos, color grading them, tagging them, organizing them, doing this, doing that. Then I still got to make there's camera videos are huge undertakings, y'all. And let's just say I only have 4 hours. Well, I could make a video about the Z Fold 7 or iPhone 17 Pro sitting right at my freaking desk. And here's the stark difference. I'm going to upload a 10-minute video on both of them. Either way, right? But the 10-minute video on the Z Fold 7 is probably going to get 8 times the views that the video that I just spent all that freaking time and effort into the camera video. The Z Fold 7 video is going to get more views by sheer proxy of users. The user base with other tech is so much bigger. The audience size, the viewer size is so much broader. I can make a video on an iPhone and get way more views. I mean, obviously we've all had camera videos pop off and go crazy, but I'm talking about on a video by video basis, tech videos get way more views than camera related videos, at least on my channel. So it's like, man, do I want to go out and make all of that effort and time and all of that and put it up? And I can do something like this right here in a fourth of the time with the same outcome. And I think if I had unlimited time, resources, and maybe I didn't need to depend on money from brand deals to pay bills and stuff like that, I would probably have more freedom and opportunity to create at my leisure and create things I want to create that aren't tied to products or integrations and stuff like that. But that is not my reality. So I have to do this intricate dance of, okay, using the time that I do have, what makes the most sense to make. And then when I start making all these tech videos, then I feel like, oh man, I'm leaving my camera audience behind. And then I got to go make a camera video. But if I make this camera video, it's going to take so much freaking time and effort versus a video about an Oura ring. So that's what I'm struggling with on this channel right now. And again, you know, maybe once I got $500,000 in the bank and I could just not worry about money for the immediate couple months, then things will be different. But from right now, I'm only like a month or two ahead on bills. You know what I'm saying? So I have to keep and the tech companies are who's paying the money. That's the other thing. It's the camera companies ain't paying y'all. I'm sorry. We talking real. The camera companies ain't paying right now. We got a nickel and dime, and I'm not gonna say we. I'm gonna say Terry. And maybe the reason why camera companies don't want to spend a lot of money with Terry is because Terry is not going out booking narrative shoots. And like, I hate talking to Kofi and Cam all the time. They're like, oh, I just booked this studio shoot and I just booked this place and I just spent $5,000 on this and renting out this. And I'm like, I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to do none of that. But then it makes sense as to why a camera company will pull up and offer Armando $50,000 for a video, because they're actually filming projects with cameras and camera teams and all of that. And Tight Shirt is just not doing that. It's not doing that. But you know who is spending the money? The tech companies. The tech companies, they, you know, some of these tech companies, you know, I'll be transparent. Like, for example, I got some smart glasses coming. You know how much getting paid for the video? 5 racks, $5,000. So you talk about the difference in, like, that video is not going to take, I mean, it's going to take effort, but for me to get that same budget from a camera company, it's got to be a comparison. They want you to go out and get all these photos, videos, and I'm not complaining about it, because either way, it's a great lifestyle to be able to live. It's a blessing to be able to make videos about cameras or whatever it is and make a living off of it. But I'm just getting to that point in my life where it's like, man, I want to work smarter, not harder. My knees starting to hurt, back starting to hurt. I don't know how I got off on that tangent of myself. Oh, DJI Osmo Pocket 4 is supposed to be fire. Wouldn't know. Don't have one. Probably won't have one. The U.S. creators are not really getting, I mean, I can't confirm nor deny an Osmo. Well, I mean, I personally can't, but y'all seen what's on the internet. I don't have one, and I'm not getting one to my knowledge, if it is a thing. But I'm sure it will be. The Osmo Pocket 3 is still probably one of my most used cameras. I got it with me everywhere. I don't make videos on myself. I do editing for others and also film my own projects. I make less than 6 figures, but I live in Latavia. And I'm so honored to have this opportunity to do what I love. That's all that matters at the end of the day. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Money is not everything. Still manage to pay bills, feed family, get some gear. That's what I'm talking about. Well, you should feel attacked. Terry don't know how to count. Neither do you. Talking about being mindful and working the grind. Now you know my struggle and why I rock the mindful grind, for sure. Keep laws, statutes, and commandments. Yep. Am I still using the Z Fold 7? Do bears doo-doo in the woods? It's right here. Of course I am. This is not going nowhere until the next one comes. I was going to pick up the S26 Ultra and make some, do some content on, which I still might. But the Fold 7 is, in my opinion, the best phone ever made. Period. Hello, what's up? What mic am I using? Is there a duo version of that for interviews or hosting someone in your live stream? This is the Shure MV7. And I've had this microphone for like 5 years. Shure has a lot of newer microphones. You know who else has a great microphone if you want to get into like sit down stuff like this? They're starting to make wireless podcast microphones. Maano, I shouldn't even be plugging them because they haven't paid me yet. I'm trying to lock up this brand deal with them now. But it's Maono. Kofi has it on his channel. He's already did a deal with them. It's a wireless podcast microphone. And it plugs into your phone just like a DJI mic, but the microphone sits on your desk. and it sounds amazing. But this is the Shure MV7, and I'm running it straight into my computer with USB-C. So there's 1,000 microphones out there. There's nothing special about this one, for sure. I used the Cinema LUT. Mostly I got it on my Ninja V. I used it today of my Iran talking head. I just turned it down to 40% because it is intense on the shadows. Yeah, as most LUTs are, a lot of people buy LUTs thinking like, oh, I just got to drop it on there and it's going to be perfect. No, a LUT is a base. Technically, it's a lookup table. It's for corrections, technically, are what LUTs are made for. However, let's just give you a starting point. Most LUTs with heavy looks on them, you need to dial back the opacity to like 20 or 30%. I'm using right now Lava, and I have this at 20%. So send me that video of yours, bro, so I can check it out. At least you're honest. That's most important. I try to be. Can't confirm. First condo dinner. Terry punched 3 people and starts. Man, shut up. That's funny. Y'all, Terry has ADHD but doesn't know yet. I'm pretty sure I know it. I'm pretty sure I know it. I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. I've looked through all of the symptoms. Cam has it clearly. And I exhibit a lot of the things that you'll find in ADHD. Yeah, that was funny, Kofi. There are many website promos being done by many big names on YouTube. Do you have a website? I don't right now. I need to get it back going. I had one, but it is on my list for this week to get my website back going. We only talking Fahrenheit over here. The mistakes we made in the past help us become the people we are today. Absolutely agreed. You're wild. I'm going ice fishing for 3 days. I don't see how this is fun for people. Maybe because I'm black. Maybe that's it. I'm going ice fishing for 3 days, middle of lake, 10 kilometers away from coast, and spend in -25 looking at small hole just to. What are you talking about? Looking at a small hole and just jerk? What? What are you talking about, sir? That's wild. I feel in hot weather. Oh, you were talking about, I got you. You either deal with the heat and do your thing or stay inside and be miserable. So I just deal with the heat, humidity, and sweat. All right. Would y'all rather be, hold on, Cam. Cam, I used to do this. I used to do photo walks and POV walks downtown photography wise. I did all of that. Cam wants me to start shooting film so bad, and I just have no interest in doing that. I feel like people who shoot film go to Starbucks with their laptops and order matcha. Those type of things. I have no desire to shoot. I've shot film way back in the day. Way back in the day. I have no interest in shooting film. I don't know why you want me to shoot film so bad. All right, real quick. I need to ask. Would you rather be hot or would you rather be cold? I'm going to give you my take. I personally cannot stand being hot. I hate being hot. See, when you hot, you just got to suffer. You just got to get sweaty and sticky and sweat and start stinking and take 4 showers a day. See, when you cold, you could just put on more layers. Now, yes, the hot weather is funner, right? But if I had to choose, give me fall all day over summer. I'm curious to know what y'all think. Drop it down in the comments. Go ahead. Let me know. I felt awkward when I was a main character at Comica. New wireless intercom system. Never again I will try to be in front of the camera. I want to make videos for others. So huge respect for you. You know what? And it just depends on who you are. You got some people who prefer to be in front and some people who prefer to be behind the camera. I prefer to be in front of the camera. Have any of you met Peter McKinnon? I've met him before, and when you said his name, I thought myself, I'm so surprised I have not seen more of you collab with him. I mean, he collabs with who he wants to collab with. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never hit me up trying to collab. And why would he? I'm not saying that he should. But I've met him one time. I mean, we didn't really, he just said what's up. I said what's up. And then that was it. I've always been a fan of his videos, so I got nothing bad to say about him. But you know, I don't know if he would ever have a reason to hit me up to want to collab. I know Cam talks to him pretty often, so maybe hit Cam up. But I haven't really ever spoken to him. The only time I even messaged him is he was supposed to be sending me some. What did he drop like 2 years ago? He never sent it, but aside from that, I don't talk to him I don't talk to him. Nothing but respect for him though. I live an hour from Peter and never seen him in person my whole life. So what you're saying is Peter actually doesn't exist, and the only thing we've seen is AI. Got it. All right, I'm out. Good luck, Terry, going out to capture some Ice Cave content on the ZR. You all keep on experience. That's so dope. I can't wait to see it. Hit me up on Instagram so I can see your content, man. Sheesh. I'm cool. I'm all right. You can have it. I live near Russia. Wow. That's crazy. How are things over there right now, bro? Is there any like conflict or anything? I haven't been paying super close attention, but I hope you're okay. Hate to see USA tanks pass it by my home. Yeah, that's tough, bro. Sorry. No, I don't love Starbucks. I appreciate the realness of what goes on in the mind of a working creator. Yeah, man. Cold for sure. Yeah, F the heat. I agree. I hate the heat. All right, y'all. We've been on here 1 hour 47 minutes. And I'm going to go back to playing Arc Raiders. If anybody wants to hit me up on Arc Raiders, just DM me on Instagram and we could go get in the streets of Speranza. Could you make a video about the software and how to connect the cameras? Yeah, I'll jot that down. I want to start doing more like workflow type things anyways. But either way, thank y'all to all who came and kicked it. I know it's a very small crowd today, but I appreciate the ones who stayed in here. And yeah, everybody stay safe for sure. Don't engage in heated conversations with anybody about politics, religion. Keep your level head and keep your peace. Okay? Don't do anything that's going to take you out of where peace is for you. So because of that, I'm not arguing with people online. I'm not going back and forth about politics, none of that stuff. I'm just going to go play Arc Raiders. So, all right, man. I am officially socially drained, even though we are digital right now. But yeah, I need a break. So I'm going to go sit in the corner of the room over there for like 10 minutes in complete silence and recharge. I love y'all. Thank you for all y'all support and stay safe. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.